We're gathered here today to honour and to remember our Queen. She had so many wonderful, wonderful qualities. And today I want to share with you the one quality that I witnessed time and time again during my period of service in Buckingham Palace. And this quality was Her Majesty's graciousness towards others, no matter what their rank or their place in society or the land or culture they came from. To show you, let me take you on a journey that I took countless people on, and that was to meet the Queen. Now imagine that this is your special day, a day that you will tell your children and your grandchildren about. You've met me, Captain Smoothly Shaven, and in my late 20s, I confess, about as tough as a hot buttered crumpet. But you've met me at an entrance to the palace, and now we're walking along plushly carpeted hallways towards the audience room. And the air in the palace is filled with the scent of flowers and with beeswax from furniture polish. Behind closed doors, you can hear the gentle murmur of industrious voices, the click-clack of typewriters, and perhaps the gentle tinkle of telephones. This is a working palace, working hard about the business of state. Now, before we enter the audience room, I prepare you by showing you how to bow, always from the neck, and to curtsy, and that I will not demonstrate. And a few other essential do's and don'ts to ensure that your time with the Queen proceeds as smoothly and as well and enjoyably as possible. You'll be offered a glass of water, and if your nerves are beginning to get a little bit the better of you, a discreet nip of brandy. And if the wheels are truly falling off, a whiff of smelling salts to bring you to. And believe me, I've seen it all. Then, 2 footmen open the double doors, and we step forward 3 paces, left, right, left, and halt. We bow, or curtsy, to the Queen. And I announce your name. Your Majesty, may I present? And you see her familiar face, this one here, light up in a warm smile of welcome. And you see the sparkle in her eyes, which tells you how pleased and interested she is in meeting you. And your once-in-a-lifetime moment has begun. But remember, you might have been one of 5, 10, 15, 20 or more people all having an audience with the Queen. And no matter how tired she was, no matter what drama might have been happening in her personal life, or what crisis was unfolding in matters of government in her public life, the Queen was unwaveringly gracious, attentive, and interested in those she met. She truly put each person first, and collectively, she put all of us first. And she did this day after day, week after week, decade after decade, throughout her long reign. And you know, I've never met anyone who could light up a heart and could light up a room in the way she could. Now, one of those rooms was a palace banquet hall, which could seat hundreds of guests for grand state occasions. And if you think meeting the Queen was complicated, imagine being faced with a place setting for 7 courses. That's a lot of cutlery, and a veritable forest of crystal glasses, including a finger bowl just beyond the first plate. And it's a lot to negotiate without embarrassment. Now, I saw a visiting African president mistake a finger bowl for a water glass. He took a sip from the bowl, and of course a slight hush fell around him. The Queen didn't miss a beat. She immediately picked up her own bowl and drank from it. And sure enough, all of those around her began to drink. Diplomatic crisis averted, all through the power of graciousness. And yes, finger bowls became a thing for the next hour or so. You know, she never forgot that a head of state was not just her personal guest in her palace, but also the guest of the nation she led so well and for so long. And it was these small touches of graciousness, consistently applied, that distinguished her as a great leader. Those small touches of graciousness truly came from a warm and loving heart. For 70 years, our Queen wielded enormous power and influence without a hint of ego or selfishness. And throughout her reign, she set a consistently outstanding example of gracious majesty. It is my greatest honor to have served her at home and abroad, in peace and in war, and to be able to pay tribute to her with you here today on Waiheke Island. God bless you, ma'am. Rest in peace.